safe to say your shoulder is feeling better?
When it's warm, get a little loose, but I felt it at times out there. So every time out or stoppage play where we, try to just keep it heat pack on it, keep it warm. So, but I still kind of feel it.
Dan Wojcicki was just telling you the history you made tonight: 27 points, 25 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 steals, 3 blocks. Incredible game for you. What led to that?
Effort, just knowing the importance of the game. This team is number 2 in the West and still a good team. Obviously they're missing key parts of their team, but they still have Mike, Ant, Nas play well, like guys who can make plays, and they still find a way to win ball games. So, we just wanted to come out as a team effort, knowing that where we are in the standings and how important this game was. Trying to close the gap in the standings.
Were you aware you were making history out there?
No.
Was it not until Dan told you that you?
No, I just heard D'Lo on the bench just say, "I bet you can't get a triple double with steals." He told me I had 7 steals. The rebounds I didn't know much about, so I didn't think I had that many. I think I had like 5.5, or 4 or something like that. So I didn't think I had. Ended up with 20. How much? 20, 25? It's not. I got a couple hours. But D'Lo just said, "I bet you can't get steals." Triple double steal. So, I knew I probably had at least like 15 or something like that. But I had 25. I didn't know that.
Eddie, how important is it for a team to go up against these best teams in the league like you guys have over these past few weeks? You beat the Clippers, you beat the Bucks, you beat these guys, you beat the Thunder. Obviously, a couple of those games didn't go your way, but does that improve your big picture confidence for this team? Does it reaffirm kind of how you feel?
We're confident in our group. Obviously, still got guys missing. Cam sitting out with the ankle. Vando, C. Wood, GP. We still got guys out, but we're confident in our group. We know that we can line up against anybody and beat them if we play the right way. And if we don't, then we can line up against anybody and lose. But I think right now, playing against these top teams is going to help us later on come playoff time. It's a good test for us to kind of tighten up screws and figure out what we need to do.
Do you feel like at this point in the season you guys know how to play the right way, like how to get the best out of this group?
Yeah, share the basketball, defend first, share the basketball, and most importantly just have fun. Now when we're out there having fun, everybody's confidence is high. We're talking trash to the other team. We're holding each other accountable. And we're just playing the right way. So we know what it takes. Just about having that consistency of doing it each and every night.
D'Lo brought this up. Are we going to count this as a birthday performance out of you?
It was for my birthday, so I guess we can. Actually, the first time I able to celebrate my birthday my entire career, like at home. So on my actual birthday. So.
What are you going to do to celebrate?
Nothing. Just know I got a couple days, so I'll be fully, I won't say fully recovered, but I'll be like 80% recovered on Tuesday, and then ready.
What did the young kids wake you up early for sure on the birthday, right?
No. They for sure probably come tomorrow and try to wake me up to sing happy birthday and all that. They actually got school, so no, they won't. They have school, so I won't see them until later in the afternoon.
Talk about tonight's game. A lot of the offense that you had, you kind of created yourself with the offensive rebounds. You've been setting a lot of screens, kind of helping get the guards going. Clearly, the offense is working. Where do you feel like the ideal balance is for you still kind of getting some of those post touches that seemed like they were happening a couple weeks ago a little bit more, relative to the way that you played tonight?
Anytime we throw in the post teams double, and we obviously get a lot of great looks out of it. We get a lot of easy basket cuts or open threes. But our pick and roll game has been, very elite right now with the guards, attacking downhill and creating open shots for their shooters or easy, walks to the rim or lobs. So, we try to find the balance. We talk about it. Me and Coach, talk about trying to find a balance of still getting touches. It's not just setting screens all game, but when it's going that way, and we have an advantage in that department. I try to just keep doing it, and then just getting offensive rebounds and find other ways to to get going.
Eddie, I know the goal isn't to be 6 games over 500. That's no one's goal, but you guys are at that level for the first time since the last day of the 2021 regular season. It's been a while. How have you and LeBron specifically handled the kind of wild emotional swings over these past few seasons? Does it feel like you guys are in a better place today, maybe, in terms of opportunity?
I think we are, as far as opportunity. I think we're starting to, find the right lineups. Obviously that can change when Orlando comes back. He's a big part of our defense and what we do. But at the same time, I think we're hitting our stride right now. Like I said, it had some really good wins, but as far as me and Brian, we're just trying to just keep going, keep pushing. Knowing that, just like last year, all we gotta do is get in. We feel like it's tough for anybody to beat us in a 7-game series. So, we just try to stay the course, take it one game at a time, and then whether it's play in or make top 6, then we lock in and focus on the opponent, and we like our chances against anybody at that point.
Tonight, 27 points, 25 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 steals, and 3 block shots. That's not a bad night.
No, not at all. Hall of Fame performance. Glad to witness it. Glad to be a part of that.
LeBron, too, did not play the other night. Nice bounce-back game for him. Almost had a triple-double there.
Yeah, that's LeBron being LeBron. We'd rather have him play, but when he doesn't, that gives guys the opportunity to kind of get in their rhythm a little bit, and outside of what we do when he's with us, and then obviously when he's with us, it just makes it that much more better. So I'm glad he was able to do what he was doing tonight as well.
You guys had 2 winnable games against them in December. You couldn't pull it out. The fact that you beat them, obviously you've beaten Phoenix a few times this year, beaten the Clippers a few times this year, beat OKC this week, and swept that season, or won that season series. Just as you look ahead to the postseason, what type of confidence does that give you, no matter what the seeding will be?
I think we have confidence on the day-to-day. Just how we walk, how we talk with each other, the things we say within the locker room. I think we have the utmost confidence to play against anybody. So being able to get those wins just kind of confirms what we already speak about. And the more wins you get, the better position you are. And obviously it's in the playoffs, but wherever we land, we'll be more than ready.
You mentioned AD having a Hall of Fame performance. At what point during the night do you realize just how absurd the numbers are? Is it after the game? Is it during it? Or you look up at one point and be like, oh, that's 20 rebounds or something like that? When did it kind of click for you that he was doing something that's never been done before?
Yeah, well, for me personally, I tend to have my best games when I don't look at the scoreboard, when I don't look at stats and stuff like that. So I didn't know until I got the radio interview after the game what the numbers were, but I asked him to repeat it. I didn't know that was what it was, but credit to him, man. Who better for that to happen to than him?
Okay.
Next question. I've always wanted to say that.
Yeah, you guys, you should have said it for Dan. You guys closed out the week by beating the number 2 team in the West. You also beat the number 1 team in the West this week in OKC, and number 2 team in the East in Milwaukee.
How far are you guys away from being one of the best teams in the league, and what needs to happen to be that?
Yeah, I mean, I believe it. You know, regardless of, you know, where we stand, if we go put our best foot forward and play the basketball that, you know we can play, I think if you ask anybody coming in here or wherever we play, it's not easy. But we just got to keep our head down, keep doing the right things, and, keep playing the right way. Because the more repetition you have doing that, the more, easy it is to continue to do that. Instead of having these hiccups like we had like second quarter against SAC, we continue to play the same way as we played in the first, then, you would believe that you win that game. But I think if you go ask anybody in our locker room, we're super confident with what we have.
Austin, we were just kind of going over AD's stat line tonight. Just things that have never happened before since they kept track of things like blocks and steals. How active was he defensively? What did you see kind of being on the court with him? And do those stats register at any point during the game? Like, oh my God, this dude has 20 plus rebounds or?
No, I knew he had a lot of rebounds. I didn't know it was 25. 10 offensive rebounds is crazy. I did feel as if during the game, anytime we shot and missed, he was there to, give us a second, chance opportunity with the offensive rebounds, getting himself to the line. But the steals, I don't know. Whoa. You good, big dog? The steals is crazy. 7 steals is very, very impressive. I thought it was 7 assists and 5 steals, but both of those numbers for, what he does is special, and it was a special night for him. But to answer your question, I didn't really feel like all that was going on in the midst of the game until Darvin said it, after the game. Come take a seat, my boy.
Austin, kind of going back to a question answer you had earlier, you mentioned that, this last week or so has been a reminder of, you guys can beat any team in the league, but was those first 3 quarters, especially when you guys had 18 turnovers for 26 points, just a reminder of how important it is to just buckle in or lock down early, just because a game like that, they're up 1 in the 4th, you just don't know how that can go.
Yeah, for sure. You go into every game hoping that you play a perfect game. That's unrealistic, but from start to finish, you want to dominate the game. And felt like there were spurts in that first 3 quarters that we looked really good, and then spurts that we didn't. And like you said, going down 1 to start the 4th isn't ideal, but it's still a situation for us to go win a basketball game. And I feel like that's what we did. We competed really well defensively in that 4th quarter, and just grinded that one out.
Jaxson, you can probably understand kind of AD's combination of athleticism and length better than most people in the world, but just wondered, observing him today, just the sheer numbers he's amassing, the offensive rebounds, the steals, the total rebounds, how difficult is that, and what do you make of that as you watch?
I mean, the man had 27 and 25, so that's saying something. That's almost, that's almost 30 and 30, which, I've never even got close to 25 boards, so. But, somebody he just knows the game so well, and his timing on everything is so good. So, he's able to, go contest or, get back to the rebound, and he just knows where it's going to be. And that's something I got to take from him and try to learn from him. But, that's one of the best to do right there.
Jordan.
Austin, this one's for you. I didn't know you had so much dance moves, bro. I saw the behind the back snatch to the spin. Even D'Lo was dancing on the side. You've been doing a good job when people have you on your hip. using that snatch. But, just talk about that sequence and then having defenders on your hip and then being able to snatch back with the behind the back.
Yeah, I work out with Phil Handy. I'm sure you've seen a couple of his workouts, but no, it's really just trying to take the opportunity that the defense allows. He was trying to jump over the screen on the one, so the spin was there, but yeah, it's really just kind of instinctual, but yeah, it's fun basketball.
Last question for Austin. We'll go Dan.
I guess this is for both of you guys. Austin, you played with Anthony Edwards. What did you think of what he tried on AD? Jaxson, you're a guy who's dunked on people. What did you think of that play?
That was great.
I don't know. You're putting me in a tough situation because AD's my teammate, but it was really impressive. Something I wish I could do, which will never happen. But yeah, I don't remember what happened in that sequence, but I seen him get into his right, left, and that's I think how he likes to jump the most. And he took off, and once he kind of hit AD, he went a little higher. But no, he's a freak athlete. Amazing basketball player, but even a better person. Spending that time with him this summer was, super cool to me, getting to know him. But, everything y'all see, all the jokes and stuff that he makes around, he's, like that 24/7. So you tip your hat to a guy like that. But it's an incredible athleticism. I'm out.
Thank you, Austin. Lauren for now we, Austin.
Jaxson, I'm curious, you mentioned that there's a couple things that you would like to learn from AD and kind of take from his game. What are some of the biggest things that you've learned so far just being his teammate and playing with him?
The biggest thing for me is just the non-fouling. That's a big thing we've been working on since I got here, is just keep my verticality, and like he does really well is get verticality, and then he gets back into the play maybe for like another block or another rebound, and that's something I'm trying to work on with him, is just how to get my verticality so I don't go flying back, and then I can actually kind of stay in the play. But just little things like that, like his post work, his ISOs, his middies, just little footwork stuff I can take from him. I just try to learn as much as I can.
Jaxson, just a little bit, about your journey. Playing in New Orleans, coming here, still being super young, want to be in the top picks of the draft too as well. How's, the pressure and, being here with the Lakers, how has it been different, being here from other teams? And then also, what are some things you feel like you've been able to showcase since you've been here too as well?
Definitely at first, it's like a definitely big change up from like a mid-market team to a big market team. And, you just see it with like the media, all you guys in here, I ain't never had this many people in my media meeting ever, after the game. But just little things like that. And, you're always going to have the spotlight on you out here. And, this is Laker basketball. So, it's worldwide. And so everyone knows who you are, and everyone's big fans, and they expect a lot from you because there's so much greatness that's come from this organization. So, at first it was definitely a little bit of pressure. And, I felt like I was trying my best to handle that. But as the season's gone on, I've definitely been able to handle it a little better and just trying to keep learning and growing.
And Jaxson, seems like you and D'Lo have kind of started, developing some good chemistry in those pick and rolls and on the dives to the rim. Can you just talk about that and some of the passes he's given you recently?
Yeah, y'all seen it. He's such a threat offensively that, it's just great playing pick and roll with him because, if he comes off open, then most likely the big's going to slide over to him and I'm going to be wide open for a dunk. Or if I come off open for the lob, then he's just getting straight to the rim every time. So, we've kind of got a nice rapport on that. And we have a few certain plays that we like to run whenever we're in the game just to get to that or, get to our spacing with that. And, it just helps a lot when you have such an offensive threat like that.
Thank you, Jeff.
Darvin, just to start with AD, that specific stat line, hadn't been done before. How did you see his game evolve as it went on to the point where he's, up there with those kind of numbers?
I mean, it's just him going, communicating, active hands, the 7 steals, I believe it was. Yes, 7 steals, 3 blocks, 15 defensive rebounds. Just being a monster all night, man. Him being proactive. Did a great job communicating with his teammates, being a back line, defensive captain, and man, just incredible. The game comes so easy. It's for him, and then he's in a great rhythm, feeling great, his body, all of that. So these are the type of stats that happen when he's in this type of mode.
First time that there's 6 games over 500 as a team after that Sacramento loss. You get these 2 wins, going back to Sac now after a couple of days. Where do you feel like you're at, and what's the kind of importance level of that one, especially the way that they were able to run out on you in the second half?
Again, just regardless of who we're playing, being the best version of ourselves. That's all we've been talking about. How great can we be? Obviously we have to do a little bit of detailed work in terms of preparing for a specific team, but when we're going out and performing like we're capable of, we like our chances, to say the least. And so the biggest thing for us is just, again, to keep building on what we're doing defensively, and then offensively, we got to correct the turnover habit, man. We had too many unforced errors out there, and I'm not the turnover coach. I love competitive turnovers, guys trying to, play the right way, but just the senseless, no defensive pressure or anything like that, those type of turnovers, and when they're live ball turnovers at that, those we got to eliminate.
When you look back at the week, you guys beat the number 2 team in the West tonight. You beat the number 1 team in the West in OKC. You beat the number 2 team in the East in Milwaukee. How far away are you guys from being one of the best teams in the league? What needs to happen to be that?
We just got to keep stacking days. Again, the little things. We can't get bored with the details. The little things, coming out with the right energy and effort, our alertness, our awareness of what we're doing and what we prepared for each individual team that we're facing. But more so just us being in our groove and understanding how we got to play. Making quick decisions, no indecisiveness, and playing, with pace in the full court, half court, being physical, getting hits on bodies, and being deliberate with the basketball, and defensively, just really being good from start to finish. The transition defense, our pick and roll coverages, guys giving resistance on the ball, and everybody behind them being alert and active with the shifts in activity, and everybody gang rebounding. That has to happen each and every game, and we can live with the results.
Darvin, you switched Taurean onto Nas in the fourth quarter. What did you like about putting a smaller guy on him, and then what did you think of the job that Taurean did against him?
I just think with Nas's ability to shoot the 3, and then him being the main pick and roll screener, it just enabled us to be able to switch, get another active physical defender on in front of Anthony, and also again, Nas is popping 80% of the time. And if he rolled, we did it. A did a great job on the backside of kicking the smalls out, keeping them high on the perimeter, and him taking the big that was rolling whenever we had red. So we call that, I read the X. And so just Taurean's ability, and, his former teammate, so, he knows his tendencies. So his ability to get, in his chest a little bit and force in certain directions, and, the physical strength of Taurean. He provides a lot of resistance on the ball, and is a very strong player. And so his ability to keep him in front and not get broken down, that was the whole mindset behind that switch.
Cam was ruled out about half an hour before tip-off with the ankle. Also didn't play in the Sacramento game. How's he doing with the ankle? And is this something that just expected that he's going to have to play through or deal with for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's been some extreme soreness with his foot. We're just working through it, and we'll have an official update tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm sure. But we're trying to manage it as best we can.
Darvin, You guys, I think Dave might have mentioned this. You guys are 6 games over 500 for the first time this season.
Dave did mention it.
But I'm curious. I think he did.
Oh, it was Mike.
Mike.
See, I'm wrong
Okay,
too.
yeah.
My
So,
bad.
same difference. Somebody over there. But this season.
Thank you.
This season has been. There've been really kind of big swings.
Yeah.
I mean, does it feel like you guys are at a high point? Kind of. I mean, you haven't been 6 games over 500 as a Lakers head coach. Does that sit normal to you, considering kind of the wild swings that happened both last year and this year? I guess.
Yeah, last year was just about finding the right pieces that complemented AD and Bron, and this year has been more so trying to manage bodies, trying to stay healthy. And so it is what it is. We found ourselves here. I just think we're trending in the right direction. It's a huge upswing in the way we're playing. We're playing for one another. We're bringing the effort, playing hard. Some great winning plays. I can't wait to put that section together for the film. But guys are in a good space. We're in a good mental space, spiritual space. Physically, we'll be getting some guys back here pretty soon, hopefully. And we just got to keep trending in this direction. Just take things one day at a time, one game at a time. That's all we have to do, and we'll be okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.